Hi everyone and welcome to the first edition of Sports Scene for the fall of 2021. I'm Eli Kleinman.
And I'm Courtney Wise. It's been a big news week for USC football after Clay Helton was fired on Monday, giving way to interim head coach DONTE Williams. Athletic Director Mike BOHN spoke late yesterday about the decision.
DONTE is a relationship guy, and I really believe that our talented coordinators need to coordinate and do a great job so that they can focus on the important roles that they have. And DONTE's recruited a great number of these players, and some of the players that he recruited from other institutions where he was and came to USC, so he knows them, he knows their families, he has great relationships with them, he has impeccable poise, he's a leader.
Tuesday was Williams' second practice as USC head coach. He spent last season and the first 2 weeks of this season as the Trojans' cornerback coach and associate head coach. He is now the man in charge.
To be honest, my message is just go 1-0 about everything we do. Life is all about competing, right? So competing, make sure the way we eat, right? The way we train, the way we run, just every little thing we do about competing, about going 1-0 in that. So, that's pretty much my message. We go 1-0 today. If you go out here and compete against somebody else and you win your one-on-one and you look at the end of the day and the practice is over and you sit up here and win 100 reps to 0, then you know what's going to happen on Saturday.
Williams came to USC in the February of 2020 after 2 seasons at Oregon, the Trojans' toughest Pac-12 rival. There, he built a reputation as arguably the best recruiter in the conference, making him an even more attractive candidate for the job. Adding to his impressive resume, Williams now becomes the first black head coach in USC football history.
To be honest, it's a humble thing because there's been a lot of guys before me that was probably, that probably did more than I've done to have the opportunity. So it's not just about, me per se. It's about a lot of guys that came before me. There's a lot of guys that will come after me. So it's about making sure I do what's best for this team, for this university, for this community. And that's what I'm going to do.
It was a smart move by USC to promote DONTE Williams. Not only is he a good recruiter, but he is respected by everyone in that football program, and he can hopefully correct some of the culture issues that have existed under Clay Helton.
And I am very excited that DONTE Williams is the next interim head coach. I believe that DONTE Williams will bring up success, and I expect him to bring the football team up to their level of talent.
The new chapter for the Trojan football program marks the end of a 6-year run for Clay Helton as USC head coach. He went 46-24 during his tenure and a meager 19-14 over the last 4 seasons.
The decision to shake things up came after an ugly 42-28 loss to Stanford on Saturday in the Trojans' Pac-12 opener. A crucial pick six put Stanford up 2 scores in the third quarter, and things got worse from there. The fans at the Coliseum made sure to voice their frustration, showering Helton with boos and calls for his removal.
When the news came on Monday, most USC fans reacted positively. One of them is Trojan superfan Roy Neusser. He has attended every USC game since 1992 and goes by the name USC Psycho, and he was psycho about the decision.
Someone sent me information that there might be like a USC protest at the Coliseum on Wednesday or something like that. So I was just like retweeting stuff and commenting on the situation. And I saw a tweet from one of my friends at Utah that was like, this is going to be USC Psycho's happiest day ever. And I was like, something just happened. And I looked and it was like blowing up. And I was like, all right, he did it. I was very pleasantly surprised because it had to be done then.
USC students had plenty to say about Helton's firing as well. We caught up with some of them as word spread across campus that their head coach was head coach no more.
I think it's about time. I think we as Trojans deserve a great football team, and I don't think we have as good of a football team as we can be in Clay. So excited to see where it goes from here.
I'm just super excited Clay Helton's gone, so we can finally start winning and getting back to how things should be.
To be honest, I don't really keep up with football that much. I'm enjoying the games, but that must suck for him. But they did lose yesterday, so maybe a change in leadership is what they need.
We lost pretty bad. Let's not lie. We lost pretty bad. it was cool to go watch it, but we lost pretty bad. Even when we do win, it's not really a win. It's kind of a sad win, I won't lie. So I'm pretty happy. I feel bad for him, though. I do feel bad for him.
Yeah.
We've heard what some students had to say. Courtney, let's hear your thoughts. What was your reaction immediately after the news broke?
You know, I think that we didn't just lose on Saturday. We lost pretty bad. It was a blowout loss. And I think that Clay Helton was a smart move to end his tenure at USC football.
Before we wrap up Sports Scene, I want to make one more statement about Clay Helton. There is a fine line between passion and vitriol. We have seen that here at USC over the past 4 years under Clay Helton, and it culminated Saturday night in the loss to Stanford. USC fans have a lot of passion. It is what makes the atmosphere at this school so special. All you have to do is look back to the beginning of the Stanford game when the student section was so packed that students spilled into the overflow sections. It was a student section that USC has not seen since it faced Texas back in 2017. But over the past 4 years, that passion has turned into hatred towards Clay Helton. It is reasonable to criticize Helton if you believe that he was not able to perform his job to the standard that is expected. And it is justifiable to believe that Helton needed to be fired because he was not able to reach the level of success that is expected at USC. Unfortunately, over the course of his tenure, USC fans have crossed the line from passion to vitriol. Look no further than Saturday night when Helton was publicly shamed and disparaged by fans at USC. The shouts of "Fire Helton" and profanity aimed directly at the head coach filled the Coliseum during a miserable second half. Let me make it really clear. That behavior is unacceptable, regardless of how the team is playing. Making personal attacks based on someone's job performance is disrespectful and cruel. Sportsmanship is often something we preach to players. We tell them that it is great to win, but being a good sport is just as important. Yet somehow fans do not believe they need to follow that golden principle. As we have seen with the treatment towards Clay Helton, we see less respect from fans to members of their own program than between the players on the field. That is no way to treat someone, and that needs to change. There will be a new head coach at USC next season, and fans will once again believe in the possibility of national championships. But if that person comes up short in his quest for a title and does not live up to expectation, let's treat them with the respect that was never given to Clay Helton. That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks for tuning into Sports Scene. Once again, I'm Eli Kleinman.
And I'm Courtney Wise. You can catch another Sports Scene next week and find us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com.